somebody isn't, and it makes such a massive difference in the beginning.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. And it's not just lizards, avoiding skilling the
Necro.
skink. Undead and Necro can avoid skilling the zombies.
It's mainly anybody not being elves that's really happy.
Yeah, I mean, elves, it's still fine to build wide, though it's probably better to build tall still.
Yeah, but they were still better.
Yeah, no, the last thing you
MVP, and
want
then
is
you could
Pross
just make a
getting
pass, and then you
MVP.
had a skill.
I mean, even dwarves, who are fine usually with it dropping anywhere, it just means you can sculpt the team quicker into something that's usable.
Good.
So in a
God.
league, by team 2 or 3, you should, by game 2 or 3, you should have something with the skills where you want them.
And we're pretty happy they're not playing the same race, because they have the same. Both of them are yellow. Blood Bowl 2
Yeah,
should really do something when people
does
had the
help
same. I'm playing Dark Green Wood Elf against Dark Green Wood Elf.
Oh, I had enough problems when I was playing against a human team that were just all dressed in white. I couldn't tell any one player from the other without mousing over.
Oh, you can have the skills on. So we got Strider starting on offense with his 2 Tomb Guardian with Break Tackle, 1 Blank, 1 with Guard. Got a Mighty Blow.
Yeah.
Mighty Blow thrower, and he got a Mighty Blow Tackle Blitzer as well, and he got the Block thrower, and he got the thrower, and the Dirty Pair Skeleton. I think Strider is the only one I know that will prefer the Dirty Pair Skeleton over the second guard.
Yes, and 2 break tackle Tomb Guardians, a naked one, and only 1 with guard. So it's a very, very different setup to sort of the current meta for Khemri.
I like the 2 break tackle, because in general I don't like break tackle alone, because it's too easy to take it out. But 2 break tackle is you probably cannot stop one of them.
Yes, and Tomb Guardians do have enough pace, particularly if you're willing to risk a go for it, to get over quite a lot of the pitch when they need to. Interesting that against a very, very fast team, he's putting all 4 Tomb Guardians right up front, and he's setting very, very narrow. A blitz to the wings. Oh, I am a prophet.
I have tried to not
really struggle to get the cover over there.
So much.
Even if they don't get the ball this turn, this is a huge, huge problem with Skitter and his pace.
Yeah. Oh,
and as I was saying that, you presumably are a few seconds ahead of me and knew that I was right.
Yeah, that's why I was keeping quiet. I could hear where you were going to. So I couldn't say anything.
Well, I'm right there with those on the stream. I'm not watching the client, I'm watching the stream. So that happened for me when it happened for you.
Yeah, so...
There you are. I have proved I'm not completely knowledgeless of Blood Bowl by predicting something already.
So CJ has gone for a Wrestle Rat, a Tackle Mighty Blow Rat, a Guard, 1 more Guard, 2 hits on the thrower.
Yeah, that's really interesting. 2 heads on the thrower. That's a very aggressive take too.
Yeah, you got both. You got the aggressive one and you got the block.
Yep.
Then a dirty player, Underworld Goblin.
But I'd still more often see a leader caddy on the second one than I would a 2 heads.
Yeah, I think it's because here you still got 2 rerolls because of you cannot take 2 stars. I think the not taking 2 stars makes a huge difference.
It really does, yeah.
And he has a 2-hit goblin.
2 goblins and Underworld mainly.
On the sideline as well. Which potentially is one of the worst mutation ever, is the 2 extra head on a goblin. It just looks wrong.
Yeah, that's a shocking look. That is a terrible, terrible look. However, it's quite a good skill for a goblin to have.
I did.
But, that's nasty.
I played a Pretenside Tail.
Whoever animated that, I hope it's not on your CV.
And
yeah,
that's a Prehensile Tail goat is really nice though. That looks cool.
Look at the material around the ball, and Skitter hasn't even moved yet.
Skitter is coming now. A little bit interesting. I think I've been moving the 2 heads up to stop the Tackle Mighty Blow coming in.
Yeah, I would have preferred a bit more of a screen, but perhaps he's gambling that even if he loses it, he's got enough material there that it won't be recoverable by the Khemri. Picking up a loose ball is not their speciality.
I've missed the have at least I think that move could have been done before Skitter. Oh, Skitter doesn't get it, but that's still bad enough.
Yeah, here comes that screen.
Oh, Claw Troll.
2 heads is gonna... Oof. Well, At least that's in a position to make more of a game of it.
Yeah, but the problem is he kind of forced to blitz Skitter with the block thrower.
Yes, and then pick up with the other.
And then screen
And then
with the
just
dirty
get
player.
whatever he can get over there. Yeah, absolutely. And he's got to bring as much down off the line as possible. I wouldn't be surprised if we see the break tackle Guardian coming down. He'll probably hit the troll off first.
You're actually right, School, dude. It's mainly the two-head sculpting that's just god awful.
It is disgusting. Wow. I mean, I know they cheaped out on a lot of the animations.
Yeah,
here,
you're right. The claw two heads, the two most common things, is the one that mainly looks bad. Oh, here he comes. And it's a go for it as well, isn't it? Nope. Yep, it was a go for it.
2, 3, 4. Yeah, it is. It's hitting on 7. Go for it works. It's only a push, but that does get him out of the way. Yeah, you can't advance that. That's part of whatever sort of screen you might have, but
yeah, the problem is the dirty player, because he moved it first. He's not really doing much in that position. He needs to get.
no, I
don't
really love that. It's
the other
a bit
blitzer
wide as the
the mighty blow blitzer can come back and
can come back and finish that screen up. Yeah.
Yeah, two heads are just god awful. Oh, it's the goblin on. It's the goblins on the line.
Yep.
Dodge doing a thing. I guess it's fine.
Fairly standard. You don't want. I mean, the goblins, particularly as you're not facing a lot of mighty blow, except the one he had on the line. You know, goblins are so disposable on a team like Underworld that if you lose one or even both, it's not the end of the world.
Yeah, and it's
the
easy to get.
Help.
And it's easy to get 3 dice anywhere on string sprees. It doesn't really
matter. Particularly against Tomb Guardians, you're going to get 3 dice. And you probably don't want to lose a rat, so I would have had the goblins there. Oof. And there's a reroll gone. So now he's going to have to be very careful where he moves anything back to.
Yeah, but that's
I like CJ's positioning. I liked how he built that turn, and I still think, like you, I would have liked to have had something the other side of where Skitter was, but there's enough around there that this is still a huge problem.
Yeah, that's if that 4+ fails, then it's still shit creek, literally.
Yep.
Without creek.
And even with it, things are a long way from solved. Here we go. And it takes it with the sure hands. Surely he can't do any more than that one.
No, that's no go for it. He's not risking anything.
No.
He had one movement, moves back with it.
Yeah.
And then now some hitting.
Now a couple of hits.
Is he taking the guard on? Yeah, it's fine. Even if he goes down, there's still a courage around.
Yeah, absolutely. It doesn't. Going down doesn't massively weaken your defense.
I'll be tempted to just dodge Skitter in for the stabby stab on armor.
Yeah. 7. Yeah. Particularly as it doesn't have thick skull, does it? There's a decent chance of an off field.
It's so weird. Like it's mind blowing. Everybody besides the thrower. Like that's a good argument. The Initian is for only having one thrower, just because it's really hard to have the other thrower on the pitch.
Yep. Yeah.
Because he's a terrible. You can protect.
He's a terrible beast.
Yeah.
He gets a step more than a normal skeleton, but at the cost of thick skull.
So that's an argument for saying that you should only have one. Its only problem is if you then get rocked by a rock, then you fucking take
Yes, you've only got one thing with sure hands on the pitch, and you've got agility 2 everywhere as a maximum. That's a worry.
I lost my thrower on a 1 dice on Beppe trying to sack him. I had block, and so I had to play 75% of a game I needed to win with only skillets to pick up the ball.
Yeah. Well, I've got 2 for the dome. And it's going to be interesting. It'll depend on what I'm facing as to whether the one that I've got as a leader caddy even takes the field on defense, for example.
Yeah,
because
it's really...
I've got a 12th player, so I might be him that gets benched, and I'll keep that reroll for the second half, for example.
Okay, so he's gone for option marking ball carrier instead. Probably
Well, still with all
marking
that agility too, and he's got a lot of material down there, so as long as he gets it all active, this could still be a problem.
And he can put Skidder in awkward positions.
Yep,
Potentially.
but you're going to have to go base to base all over this back of this field.
Yeah. So 2 heads can dodge out. Because you kind of need to tag that mighty blow. If you put Skidder in contact, I think.
Yes, I think you do. And I think even the DP I would want to tag. So I would probably put Skit around the corner onto the DP. Okay, no, he's just going to multi-tag the ball. Oh, yeah. That's interesting.
Yeah, that's
that could work too.
You cannot blitz both of them.
No, you can't blitz them off. And he's not going to get someone around to fill the hole to be able to chain them off.
He could, the dirty player.
So, yeah, but that's...
Yeah, so now
that's a dodge, isn't it?
Yeah, now it... otherwise, dirty player could go in. The thrower, the blitzer could go for the 1 dice hit from the bottom, but that's kind of out now.
Yeah.
I don't know if I like that hit though. On the last skillet.
Well, it worked, so that makes it a good
but it's
plan.
still, he can blitz it, he can block him off now, so the skillet can actually do stuff. Where the skillet was standing 1 by 1, he couldn't do anything.
No, and he didn't have the material for the tackle piece to take out the...
It was more like I cannot see
the
upside.
mark in the Tomb Guardian either. No, I don't see a huge upside to it.
Besides if he killed it.
Particularly as fairly low on rerolls, and in the next couple of turns you might have some very good use for them. But it worked, so it was a good idea.
I'm still not sure it's a good idea because the Tomb Guardian can still free up that skillet now. He couldn't do that before.
Joking, Carl. Okay. Just because it knocks over doesn't make it a good idea.
Sometimes it feels like it. Like I lost my Champions Cup game to somebody that rolled a lot of extra dice to score up what could have been an easy first one. And then my first first action was a Snake Eyes on the pickup. So potentially...
Yeah, that is upsetting. He's not going to try and dodge that Tomb Guardian somehow, is he?
No, I don't think so. I think he's blocking that skillet free.
Okay, that makes a lot more sense.
I think so, but let's see.
Because then he can get an assist on one of the rats without even needing to.
Yeah, but he's starting to run low on rerolls. So he got the guard out.
1 in 9s are costing him already. Yeah. That's why really you don't want to be blocking with them if you can do anything else. You want to leave them to end of turn.
Yeah, 3 dice. You don't want to have them standing back, spread all over. But he's getting some armor breaks though. That could be.
Yep. He still needs to get away from this pack that is dogging him.
I don't think he can. I think he's.
I don't think he can this turn. Oh, okay. That's another nice. That's a really nice armor break too. There's going to be less and less there to help out.
He's blocking Skidder away and blitzing.
Yeah, he doesn't have to now. He can enough are down that he can think. All right, we're staying here this turn, and we'll move next turn hopefully.
Yeah.
Because now the ball will have some support. Still could really, really use a power on this last dice, the blitz.
Yeah. Another 1 in 9, that would be bad.
And it's no block versus block, so it's another 1 in 9. And oh, it comes! Well, blimey, now we really are in a game-on situation. I would love to take the surf with Skitter as well, but
that cannot take.
I think you might have to get anything just free and working.
But you can wrestle. You can take the 2 dice wrestle.
Oh yeah, take the 2 dice to wrestle. But if it fails, Skitter's in an even worse spot to help out.
Yeah, but it shouldn't fail. It's a 4+.
No, there's good. Dice. He goes 75. Down. So now you get that assist in. You're not going to have a pick up afterwards. There's too much stunned, but
yeah.
Or are you going to blitz with Skitter?
No, you blitz with the blitzing with the block.
I mean, stab with Skitter.
Yeah, the problem with stab, of course, is end his turn anyway.
Yes, but you've then got to throw it to pick up if it works, and then that's game done.
Yeah, I better like his solution.
He's already moved without the blitz, so it's blitz and recover, isn't it? Okay, ball down. Where does it bounce to?
Oh, I think he may get away with this.
Oh no, that's not going to be an easy recovery, and even if it is, it's not going to be a recovery to score. Unless you run to the end zone and use your other one.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The other one is KO'd, isn't it?
Yeah, the other one's not down.
It's stunned.
It's going to be hard to get a lot of material there as well.
Yeah, then he can, when he needs to.
Yeah,
some
just
goblins.
marking up the ball. Next turn, there's a lot more players around.
Yeah.
Right,
you can
goblin
also
time.
just one dice. I'm not sure I'm a fan of this. I think I've been dodging a goblin. No, he wanted to free up the dirty player goblin, I guess.
It seems so. It's the one that can get there and put another tackle zone on the ball, isn't it? Which isn't a bad idea of itself. Possibly even mark up the naked skeleton by the ball.
He's been a magnet for 1 in 9, so...
And this is the big problem for the Underwhelm, is that Tomb Guardian is loose, isn't it? To bring its guard into play. Yeah, just another tackle zone on the ball. That doesn't hugely surprise me.
Okay, now the... That's rowdy.
Okay, so he's the troll's going to try and take a Tomb Guardian out, clearly.
Yeah, but...
Yeah, there we go, cancelling the assist. Now the claw hits. Boom! Shake, shake, shake the Tomb Guardian. Bomb, and it's out of there. Wow. So just when we were thinking that Khemri were doing quite well with some armor breaks, there's a big swing there with the middle of the field getting very much dominated by that troll.
Shouldn't be on my end, Milner, the hammer. I got 0.3% drop frames since I started. So it must be your internet messing a bit. So yeah, it's going to be hard to get rid of both assists. No, it's because the PC is watching the stream with you guys. So that's why he looks like he's because he is 6 seconds behind. So it sounds a little bit weird.
Yes, I'm sorry for that.
But that oh, another 1 in 9. He wanted to chain post that ball free because he couldn't clear it off from both. This is getting
yeah, this is getting very, very bogged down.
He's really happy for that guard player now, though.
Yes, it's going to stand up and change all sorts of things.
Are you fouling the the 2 heads just to get something going?
Having just lost the Tomb Guardian, it's tempting to try and get that material back on terms, isn't it? Try and take out something, but...
Yep, here it comes. Dirty player.
If you've got a dirty player, you've got to use it. And there's a reasonable number of assists for AV7. Gets the injury, lovely.
Didn't need dirty player. 9-11. I'm doing... Oof. One dice would wrestle. If it goes well, then one die chain put serve that block thrower, and then lose your own block player next turn. If the Underworld doesn't score on this, Alex might actually Strider might actually end up being well out of this with all the, if we can get some more casualties in.
Yeah, it's certainly it's really nicely poised. It's lovely to see a game like this. We may enter a 0-0 half time, but with the game already decided.
He's going
and
through.
Even if he goes one down, if he can get enough material ahead. Although with Skitter they are so fast.
Yeah. But he had to wrestle down, so he cannot save the block player that easy. But he needs to do something with that block player because he cannot just keep it like that. Oh, he's going for the 1-die save. And he's blitzing, right? So he can get out. Oh, he blitzed with the other guy. Oh my god. So the question is he doing the claw block or the Skitter dodging around first? He must surely go for the ball with Skitter now. With the tackle being stunned.
So I think so.
We got the answer. We got Claw coming in. Not doing a thing. Yeah, it was a blitz. How many moves? He's not used dodge.
Yes, there was a blitz, and Strider had chosen to set up very, very narrow with everything within the dotted lines. So nothing was out wide. That's where the ball landed, more or less where it's just been scooped up from. And despite both of them getting there with lots of material, it hasn't really been 100% owned by either side yet.
Yeah, and Skitter actually picking up the ball probably means that he's not getting his block thrower served. I don't think it's worth doing any go for it with Skitter personally. And CJ did it anyway. I'm not sure what that go for it meant. It of course meant he couldn't blitz with the block. I guess that's the thing. But he's still getting 3 dice into more dice.
Yeah, absolutely.
But the pickup was important since it meant that the block thrower is not a... Yeah, that's the thing, but it was... He's still going to get hit multiple times. He might still get 2 dice with block.
It was hard to think where else to put him, but I quite, yeah.
I might, again, I'm not sure the risk was worth it because it's pretty easy to do what he just did. And he can still block from the top, so he blocks it down to the thrower. So if needed, the thrower can block as well. He might even make it 3 dice.
Yeah.
Can he do that? Not on the first block easily, but he can do it on the second block. If the block
I just say I do have the client up as well now. I gave it an experiment to see if my laptop can cope, and it is coping fine.
Cool.
But it is notably a few seconds behind the Twitch, so it's no more use to me.
It should catch up if you give it a bit, and make sure every time.
Okay, yeah, it has now caught up by a second or two.
Yeah, it's running faster to put it. It always starts and then it pops.
Oh, well, that's useful. I'll pop over there when it gets ahead, so I'm more in touch with you.
Yeah, that'll be
and with
nice.
what's coming through to the Twitch, with because I know my voice is then delayed as well.
I'll make it easier for people, and it easier for me, so I don't have to hold my breath. It was a nice stun on Skitter as well.
Yeah, absolutely. That's But we've seen the Khemri collect the ball before, and 1 in 9's cost them. And of course, they're now down to a single re-roll. Even if they get the ball, can you see them really making up all that ground?
I'm not sure they need. The thing is, again, it might be just as important for them to try to make a lot of damage now, because the Underworld has 2 players out already. Ooh.
And of course, that's not the 2 heads that's stuck against the sideline, which is the one you'd want there, if either. So yeah, problem starting to mount up for the Underworld now.
Yeah, the 2 head is resting peaceful for the rest of this game.
Yes.
Lipstick
Gone.
boy. And Armor 7 on Counting Jack pulls up nicely to Mighty Blow. Tackle Mighty Blow is on the way to get back off.
Yeah. Oh, that's sweet. I hadn't realised he's named one of the Tomb Guardians after me.
Aww.
Isn't that lovely? I have break tackle.
And Yakiru has break tackle as well. I think I'm the block thrower. So I'm resting.
But you'll be back.
Yeah, I took a dive out to do. I wanted some peace and quiet, so I ducked out to the spectators.
Well, once again, Nama has been marked up with the ball. So, very much about delaying and stalling up now, I think.
Yeah, and Skeeter, he wants Skeeter back.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because as long as let's get the tweaks back in. As long as Skeeter is there, he's not really safe. I do also think that's why he's marked as a dirty player.
Yes, I think so. I think with the dirty player on the pitch and the star being such good equity, I think if you could foul that, you would. So
I think we're going to. I think we might even still see a Skeeter. BG Honduras might still step on Skeeter.
Yeah, it's not unfeasible, is it? He's such a key piece to take down if you can.
We probably see Pete dropping back to hit Dog Boy.
Or Lager stunned as well. It's not just the material going off the pitch, is it? But the Khemri have really managed to get back control of this ball by really just so many stuns.
Yeah, it's that was that turn where he stunned. Was it KO? Did he cast
KO
one
and stun 2?
Yeah, something like that.
1 off pitch and 2 stuns, I seem to recall.
But it's turn 5. That's a long way up.
It is.
So now
got to see some ball movement, haven't we? Yeah, he's building a nice little cage for it.
And here come BJ Honduras as expected, dropping back to do the.
Yeah, to do the dirty work. Push is fine. He's not going to waste his last reroll on that.
He's not going to waste it on anything but something that stops his drive.
Absolutely.
So interesting to see if it was Pete dropping back. It's interesting to see if the skeleton is going for Skitter now.
Would you? It's only 1 assist.
I'll be very tempted with 1 reserve.
Here he comes. Bang. Oof. Okay.
So interesting now. I will imagine we're going to see CJ do the exact same again. So this time assisting with Skitter and then blocking in with Dogboy.
Yep. Yep. Absolutely. Khemri now really need that Tomb Guardian back for a full team of 11. But of course, the Underwhelm are in no better a position with one full-time injury, a knockout, and only a bench of 2.
So he gone for the 2 dice tackle hit instead. Hadn't mild blow.
Yeah, somewhere seemingly a lot less relevant to everything. But
yeah,
I guess it's about keeping Skitter active, ready for next turn.
I will still think we're going to see the blitz on the dirty player. On Bud Spencer. Oh, that could be something.
That's a very bad time for the troll to go down.
So he's not doing the... Oh, he's 2 dice blitzing against the rest to not be served. Oh, was the blitz with the rest? Oh, wait a second. Was that a blitz he was trying to do with him? No.
With the troll? Not. Surely not.
No, surely not. No. It must be the wrestle 2 dice against wrestle hit to try to get out.
Has to be. I mean, despite everything, he's still in the position where both of his rerolls are intact, which, you know, could be a lot worse.
Yeah,
so,
and with having wrestle, it's a 70% chance to 2 against.
You could also decide to eat it if it's a both down.
I'll go for the 1 dice, of course. Only problem with the 1 dice is kind of leave you...
Yeah, it puts Skitter back exposed to the player I wouldn't, you know.
Yeah, he might mark him, or not letting just Skitter getting hit.
But pushing is a little more dangerous.
No. He just had the speed. He can get on midway now and get up and then go up. He cannot be delayed more. He needs to run forward.
Yes.
Tomb Guardian cannot get there.
Much as I'd love to be monstering Skitter, you're right. I think all material and all effort has to be put into making those paces this turn.
Yeah, but I'm not sure he can do that.
Even if you can make it this turn, you're still going to be looking at just potatoing the turn after, aren't you? And just having to run out and try and get there.
Yeah, I think if you want to get there, you kind of almost need to. If you want to score, you need to blitz the thrower and run to the right. But I think
that's what I was thinking.
I think that
you've got to hit with the Guardian up by the stun of the stupid troll and go out to the right of it as we're all looking. But I think blitzing backwards means he's going to hole up for the 0-0 and try and do it on material.
And don't have.
But that's helped. You can't apoth Skitters, can you?
He doesn't have Apo anyway.
Okay, good.
So Skitter's definitely out.
Well, that reduces the threat of them just scoring quick against you in the second half if it does go 0-0.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. If you want to score, you're going right. But I think he decided Skitter was better. I wanted him to mark that Mighty Blow tackle. He might still go potato now, though. Because if Skitter's out, that might be worth it. He might have space to the left now. But I think if it's me, I've been marking that tackle Mighty Blow so Skitter didn't get tackle Mighty Blow hit. And sacrifice the wrestle. He can just do it. Oh, that's up.
Oh. Got to use his last reroll. Oh! Okay, so there's not going to be a touchdown for Khemri.
No, but this could go the other way now.
But it's also really exposed the ball, so that's a terrible time for a snake.
And that's a thrower ready to pick it up.
And I'm not sure I'd have done the go for it until I got the ball. Okay, I understand why it was to put a screen up for the goblins and things that could have come otherwise. But I'd have perhaps gone with the ball first and then tried the go for it afterwards, but...
Yeah.
I'm not going to second Strider. He's much better at Khemri than I am.
He got some options, depending on how aggressive you want to play this now.
Nothing but options. There's such an easy 2 dice. It's not true.
Yeah, but the problem is
so
the
it's
angle.
all about recovery. Yeah, exactly. It's all about the hit angle and possible recoveries.
Well, it could have been greedy and doing more stuff, so you could block. You can chain push it forward.
I think he wants to push it out towards the thrower. I don't think he's caring about the fact that it's through 2 tackle zones.
But if you did a 3+, if you've done a 3+, then for dodging 1 extra player out, you could have been chain pushing into the daily player skillet and pushing it get that angle instead.
Yes.
That was what I was saying. With there was some options if you want to be greedy.
Oh, there were definitely options, but the other options also committed more material before hitting the ball, and sometimes having more to move once the ball is free is really useful. So I see your point about a better hit to a better position, but I also see a real case for use only 2 and hit it, and then respond to what happens. Oh, that's enormous. Does it regen?
Nope.
Because if F13 does not come back.
Have you learned that yet?
No, I haven't.
If the cross stays on the player in game, it's not regen. If it's injured and there's no cross on it, it's you already know it's regen. The problem is serves, because serves doesn't react the same way. So that one you cannot see. And sometimes actually, even if the regen is standing in the cast box until the drive is over, just to confuse you.
No, there's a lot I don't understand about this horrific client, and as it's going to be replaced with another game eventually, I'm too old to learn.
Oh yeah, and it doesn't have. Yeah, you're right, Squirrel Dude. And if there's Apple, it doesn't affect either. But that's and Khemri can. I was about to say, and Underworld has more time. And that Tomb Guardian is a break tackle, he just needs to get it saved. But there's no rerolls.
Yeah, it was interesting there that he chose to take out the last thing that could possibly get into range. I think that was a pretty good move. I think at this point you're not likely to get the ball off him, but may as well just remove all threat from the Khemri and then worry about trying to win in the second half.
And without Tomb Guardians, it might be alright Skitters not being there.
There's only one KO, likely to only be 1 KO roll, isn't there, for for 1 Tomb Guardian, and the second one is gone.
Those 2 KOs from both players, that guard could be huge as well.
Yeah. There's a lot to be decided in this yet. It's so good when you get a good game to watch. So often you roll into something you think is going to be fantastic, and it's very one-sided. This so far, still absolutely anyone's.
Most likely, I do play a lot of Blood Bowl. I cannot remember, but I do play a lot of Blood Bowl. You can say a lot of me, but I do play quite a bit of Blood Bowl. Because I'm one of those weird people that actually find it fun playing Blood Bowl.
Right.
I know it's
crazy, isn't it? So many people think it's a chore, and it's another reason I don't tend to stream. Not only do I not think my poor little laptop could handle it all, but people that stream seem to get so negative about Blood Bowl. You know, I've been playing online for 17 years and on tabletop for about 3 now, and it still doesn't bore me as a game. I find it fascinating and hilarious.
It's like I'm playing CCL a lot, and I keep playing with teams, even if the record is bad, if it's fun team, because I actually like playing.
Yes, lots of people see CCL solely as, do you want to qualify for the championships? Well, I mean, I do about 5 or 6 games a season in CCL just because I fancy a game over that side. Not because I'm trying to do anything or get anywhere.
I do occasionally stream. This is the quarterfinal in my league, Resurrection League, called TackleZone Status. So since it's my league, I'm trying to cast most of my playoffs.
Well, Hancock, my self-worth couldn't be a lot lower than it is, so I don't worry about getting negative about myself. I already know I'm a hopeless slob without any redeeming features. And that Blood Bowl is a game sent to torment me. I'm absolutely fine with that, clearly.
Stink. I know if I'm CJ, I'm blocking that. I'm doing the 2 dice against on the card.
Oh, definitely. It's got to be worth a try, hasn't it?
I think he's going to. I think he's going to blitz the guard with the troll. But I was going to do the 2 dice against and going for the troll on the ball carrier.
Well, he has got this turn on next, so I can see why he might. Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't be getting that exactly. You wouldn't have put an assist in on the troll if you weren't going to blitz with it, were you?
No, you could blitz with
but of
it.
course,
I've
Purple
done the
Chest, the heroic ball carrier rather than the commentator, does have break tackle, so he can just decide not to be there. I say that because, of course, skills never fail.
That's good. It's good playing different races. The best way to be good at beating a team is playing with the team. That is the fastest way to figure out how to beat a team, is knowing what's annoying when people do it to you.
Absolutely. And Betty Bart says, if this type of Blood Bowl, if NAF style, as we call it, which is tournaments, usually played at weekends under the NAF banner, but also on the various electronic platforms too, then Wales has an incredibly strong NAF tabletop scene. So not only your local league, but I know Team Wales is always on the lookout for fresh talent, and things like the Welsh Open are one of the big events of the Blood Bowl year.
Yeah. You never know. You may be able to play Wales Open online someday as well. Or Wales Blood Bowl Championship. A bit interesting, he decided to do the dodge away with wrestle before, without blocking the mighty blow, which was literally a 3+ with reroll instead of the 3+ without. And
yes.
Now we're going to see a dirty player stepping on that throw, I think.
Oh, definitely. It's almost rude not to. And particularly as it's been monstering the Tomb Guardians, it's taken 2 of them out. So with Skitticon, he's got to feel if the troll goes too, he's really getting on top of the worries that this Underworld team brings. And the second half would look a lot better. Okay, now that's a really interesting choice, isn't it? So instead of adding another assist in on the troll, he's clearly going to try and take out the tackle mighty blow.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's still a D8 direction, but you just kick it DBs. You can see on the field where the ball can land. And if it's not selected, your kick player, you need to click on the kick player. And then you can see it's halved. You can see on the board where it's able to kick. Here comes the +3, +4 with dirty player.
Hang on a second.
It's through, and it's not set. Underworld can score. You got a 2 dice against. Just put mighty blow tackle up, then you just run again. Run around and hit. Or hit from the other side with wrestle. Might as well reroll. Oh! Tomb Guardian is down.
Oh.
Oh, but another good scatter.
Yeah, he's been very lucky with where the ball's gone. If not a lot else, but it's still balanced on a knife edge, this game.
Yeah, and he got a shot to nothing.
Absolutely, and there are there's receivers in range, so.
Is it worth touching out? I don't think so. I think it's a 6, even if he touches out, isn't it?
Yeah,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, he might as well just stay. It's a 6 anyway.
Yeah.
And a
even
1
with
and a
pass,
2
that
doesn't do
wasn't.
it.
Yeah, that wasn't enough. Which I think it would have felt wrong with how the turn half had gone. I mean, Blood Bowl often is wrong, but if we'd ended with a 1-0 either way there, I'm not sure that would have reflected what we saw.
Oh, both KOs back. So we got
9 Underworld, haven't we?
versus 10 Khemri, right?
Oh no, 10 Underworld.
Is it 10 versus 10?
It is 10-10.
Yeah. That line of scrimmage is going to be interesting. Plus the Troll Blitz, of course.
So the Khemri are down. Obviously, their naked Tomb Guardian is the one that died, and a standard skeleton. The Underworld, of course, missing 3. So Skit is out, as we know, and he also lost the thrower that had 2 heads
And a random goblin.
and a random goblin. So they're both down a key piece, but you probably have to say Underworld are down the more key piece with Skitter out.
Yeah, but he gets the ball, so
but he gets the ball, so
I think he's alright being. I think stopping Khemri and being 10-10. I think he will have sold it for that going into this game.
I was going to say, if I was offered from this point to take over either team, I'd be picking the Underworld.
But they can fastly crumble.
They can, but they're getting the ball. They've got the same numbers. I've still got lots and lots of tools and toys. I've still got a tackle mighty blow. I know the tackle's no use, but the mighty blow is. I've still got a wrestler. I've still got some 2 heads. I've still got a claw troll, and I've got the ball. So, haha. Yes, I would take Underworld.
But it's interesting. He seems like he's going to be more. He might even not blitz with the troll, which is a bit surprising compared to how aggressive he's been using it.
Yeah, I don't know. I quite like the idea of trying to get, if I can get one of those skeletons on the line of scrimmage off and at least stun a Tomb Guardian, I would really like my position. But it's pushing a troll out that far, I think, is a bit risky. The Khemri surely can't be doing any more fouling at this point. But I don't know. I look forward to this second half.
Lizards is pretty good in tabletop tournaments. Okay.
Lizardmen, Benny Butt says, they are one of the top 4 teams for NAF style, for tournaments. So hence they don't get a lot of skills to come with. They don't get a lot of love in most rule sets because they're seen as right up there with undead, wood elves, and dark elves as the very, very strongest teams you can bring to a resurrection tournament. So yeah, go with Lizzie. It's a good thing to learn and master.
And now we got a blitz just to make it even. It may have switched back to being 55-45 to Khemri now. If you can.
Do you think so? I mean, I'm not sure what use that blitz is to Khemri. Except, of course, they're going to get to hit some stuff.
Move to hit some stuff.
Not to dominate the line. But they're not going to get anywhere near the actual ball.
No, but that's the problem. If they take away the Underworld flexibility.
Yeah, and it takes away that first turn of hitting, which, as I said, I thought was going to really put him into a good position if it went well. It's now very, very unlikely to go well.
Yeah,
but if Strider doesn't handle this well, he can also leave some big gaps. I've seen a blitz undo a defense before now, but I don't expect that from Strider.
Turns out it's actually what they need. Yeah. The thing is, of course, you still need to be wary because even if Underworld scores, he still will probably have a sprint to come back at it. So
yes, if you can get past the defense and also reverse the field, by tying enough material up in the middle, and you can stall it out, give Khemri maybe 3 turns, I'd be quite positive. But if you score within 4, if you're losing people at the rate they were in the first half, I think Khemri will get it back.
One more gone.
And there's another one gone. And another one gone, and another one gone, another one bites the dust.
But a lot of it, it's like one of my favorite is if you get really good to lizards, then the wood elf matchup is actually, it's still not great, but
No.
because of the strings 4 bulleting potential, you still, it's not as bad as, it's not bad in the same way. I lost most of the time with wood elves to good lizard coaches because they just beat you up and making sure that you can only leap in and do stupid stuff.
Yeah. Yes, my worry with that is always that stupid stuff works against me about 98% of the time, but
you cannot do anything. Like, if stupid stuff works, you lose no matter what. That's just the fact of life in Blood Bowl.
Benny Bartez, thank you very much. KFoged, or Kare, also known as Big Kev, or Core, is the number 1 NAF ranked player, I think, still in the world, aren't you?
Yeah, there's not many tabletop going on.
So, yes, he has been for months, because it's all frozen. Whereas I'm just a gobshite that talks a lot. But certainly listen to anything Core says, because he knows his Blood Bowl.
Yeah, the thing is with the skinks is they just need to pass middle line and then they can score.
And in terms of you putting 4 block on 4 Saurus and keeping it simple, that is absolutely the lizard way. If you get 5 skills, put 5 block on. If you get 6 skills, put 6 blocks on. And if they give you 7 skills for any reason, then you're debating between guard on the Croxigor or perhaps giving a skink sure hands. But really, it's block all the way on the lizards nowadays. Some people take a couple of break tackle lizards, but block seems to be largely thought to be the best thing you can do on that team.
Yeah, there's some spicy option. Like BB likes using guard tackle on some of them and do it combination with the Croxigor especially. Yeah, I even seen people do 2. Should also be.
I've seen a 2 block, 1 tackle, 2 break tackle build.
Yeah, there's people like break tackle
with
as
the
well.
5 skills on the Tauruses. But also a very good Gritter, who's a tabletop coach in London. Very, very good with lizards. Has won several tournaments on the scene with lizards. Would always tell you that he felt that if you can't get at least one of your 6 lizards mobile, you're not playing them right. You shouldn't really need break tackle. And hence he uses them in pairs to make sure that one can always block the other one off and get some movement if he needs to.
Yeah, that's...
Oh, and the purple chest Tomb Guardian is stunned, as well as obviously stunning. I mean looking, because that's a damn fine looking Tomb Guardian.
And it does create some room now.
Yeah, where was that troll going? Do you think we're seeing an attempt to take over a side of the pitch and move the ball there?
Yep.
Do you think he's sweeping down that side behind the troll? I do.
I think he does, because there's nowhere to run the other side now.
Yeah. And the material there is leaving as soon as this ball's got.
Yeah, and the problem is a lot of people pick 1 break tackle, which is, in my opinion, just as useless as having none.
Because yes, if I think I was putting break tackle on the lizards, it would be 2 or none.
Oh, he's going straight in for scoring.
Oh, yeah, he's trying for the handoff and the deep run.
That's aggressive.
The handoff for us with the reroll. This is very risky play, surely.
Can he? Okay, he can be in reach, so Tomb Guardian can only tag it.
Yes, presumably he's going right to the edge, so that the Tomb Guardian can only tap it.
Oof, no.
Okay, then that's interesting. Relying on the wrestle, maybe?
Relying on some stunty dodging.
No, getting the stunty through. Okay.
Oh!
And it doesn't quite work. I didn't love that plan anyway.
No, I better like keeping it on the throw and just running it up.
I'll dodge a goblin. Well, look, I would do exactly that with my goblin, but not for a move I would rely on. I would do it as an end of turn move. I play a lot of goblins. And I don't mind dodging it through at the end of a turn if it's a goblin I don't need. But with a plan that relied on tagging that Tomb Guardian, I don't think I love that.
No, I cannot see why you couldn't just run the block throw up behind the troll and then still run the wrestle down pitch.
Yeah.
Oh, the dirty player, yeah. That was just 3+ away, and then he was literally just being able. I think the plan was, if I'm guessing, it was keep dodging so dodge was gone.
Yeah, but unfortunately dodge
Yeah.
went on the same turn. The use of it didn't give him anything else.
On break tackle, yes, you roll your normal dodge first. So if you make it without using break tackle.
Yeah, I mean, if you can roll enough sixes, then break tackle will never proc. I do hate that word, but I've used it.
Yeah, that's...
Right, here we go on the blitz. It's 2 go for it.
Makes the go for it. Didn't get...
Makes them.
Oh,
here we
that's
get the dice.
Oh,
he rolls the push. Gonna have to take the both down. Oh, but he gets the casualty. Well, that could be massive.
But where's the troll? No, the troll is coming back to take it now. That's all right for he can mark everybody and the thrower can run down and take it. I think I think that's not bad for CJ. Besides, you have to block with a goblin, but he can mark everybody.
Okay, now we need to talk about that decision because it was a both down and that line rat had wrestle.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, not using the wrestle ends the Khemri's turn.
Yep.
So I can see why he took that choice. But with AV7 against AV9 risking a both down, that was always a possible outcome too, was an armor break on the rat. Would you have used the wrestle?
No, I like it just because that tackle mighty blow. And he could have actually, like now, because the turns ends, he knows the thrower can get the ball. I'm alright with it.
I didn't think there was anything likely to get back and pick it up. I think I would have gone with the wrestle.
The problem is the block could be
wrestle. I'm definitely there to pick it up and run away.
Yeah, maybe.
All I've got to do is mark anything coming after me. I'd have taken the wrestle. Oh,
and
that's the second reroll gone. Of course, he won another one, didn't he? So he's still got a reroll after that. But
and now I'm not sure. Oh, I had done this block first.
Yeah, absolutely, because this is the guy that's going to pick the ball up, presumably.
Yeah.
The one you've just freed now.
Yeah. Dirty player!
Big hit.
Unregen fail. Oh la la.
And of course, with its tackle mighty blow, that was the goblin killer killed by a goblin.
Yeah, but the problem is with that, again, with the reroll gone, is he doesn't even free up the troll besides on the 4+. That Tomb Guardian is break tackle, so...
Yep.
He needs to do 2 go for it to get free. And that's not even free. The troll has to make a 4+.
And the troll has just failed that. I think I'd have waited, and if necessary, I'd have brought something over for the assist. I know it may have been a rat dodge, but I'd have done the rat dodge after the pickup. Not that the troll being there, not stupiding, was any kind of roadblock, but I just, 4+ to get it into somewhere useful, I think is too bad. Particularly if you're going to dodge afterwards, then why wouldn't you activate the troll?
Yeah, you could have moved him in there and activated. You can move him in on the top of the block thrower.
Absolutely, still got to sit somewhere useful. And you're moving that one too.
Why is it? Oh, now he can actually block it. He can block the block thrower free. I don't.
And then to go there and not take one more go for it to put another tackle zone on the block thrower. These are some strange decisions, my friend.
He was standing up. He could just have moved. He didn't even need to go for it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He had movement.
Yeah, he's chosen to mark the downed
instead of taking out the
down skeleton and Yeah, another square marking the thrower, helping out.
And they're all right in this format where they get enough help.
I mean, it does stop him getting hit by the block thrower, but it also just creates more movement for the Khemri.
It means the block thrower can pick up the ball if it gets free.
Yeah.
I
don't love it. I think that was a time to go all in on pressing home the advantage, and I just think some of those things were in the wrong order. But we're not playing. It's much easier when you talk about it.
But still leaving that block thrower open, that's... Gets the... do we rush the sideline? Sure, oh, surely not. Yeah. Yeah, okay, there's a space for the thrower to run down in the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's a go for it as well.
I mean, yes, Benny Bartes, exactly what Squirrel Dude said, really. Underworld, I think of as quite bad in a perpetual format. Really a little underpowered in most league formats. But in NAF style, because they can be made quite cheaply and they gain access to some really top quality stars, each of which brings something really unique to their roster they don't have without the stars. They're quite a popular choice and can really get some stuff done in a NAF style, in a resurrection format. Where it doesn't matter if they get beaten to hell because next game everyone's fine again. Wow, here we go.
And it's another... Oh, he's injured. Oh,
I'm
dead. I'm out.
Injury. You're out. You're out of there.
Okay, see you later. I'm regent. Are you? Yeah, they're really fun to play. No doubt about that. Hey, this time he's giving a helping hand.
Yeah. Well, he's got so little left that presumably we're looking at a troll blitz.
Yeah, but who's he blitzing? Are you blitzing? I will be even tempted just to blitz.
Got to blitz the purple chest, the Tomb Guardian, isn't he? I know it's.
I'm tempted
to go for it, but at this point, why not?
For one dice? I think you.
No, I'd be getting an assist in first. I'd probably have moved the goblin down. Oh no, that's 2. Go for it's 2. Okay, all right. I don't hate where he's put him. It's tying a lot of material up.
Trust me, the secret area is between us and the rest of Twitch. Who's he he's blitzing? He's doing the uphill blitz with the thrower. Why I'm asking. Stupid thing to ask about. Oh no, he's taking it with the throw. Oh, that's even better, of course. 3 plus dodge. Who is it that are actually having to dodge first?
Well, those 2 die uphills have paid off so far.
Yeah,
there's another one.
I'm not sure. Oh, but
but the sure hands fails. This game keeps on giving. It's lovely to see a 1 in 9 cost the Rats, because I do feel Strider's faced a lot of 1 in 9s that have gone badly for him.
Oh. This might be overtime, ending in overtime with nothing against nothing.
Yeah, nothing, and only 4 players left on each team. Proper Blood Bowl.
I didn't know it was the 7 versus 7 league I was running. It's when minimax is when you deliberately keep a team value low, but maximizing how much they kind of punch for that team value. Like Amazons in Blood Bowl 2, you can start with like at 800 and with like a team value team, and you get still decent team and get stars, which stars is really hard to handle on a low team value team. And then you can slowly build up your team.
Yeah. I mean, min-max is one of those phrases we all use that does have some definitions, but also it's used very widely to cover all sorts of behaviors. You know, it can be about building a team that is as ruthlessly efficient as that team value as you can make it. It can be about not carrying bloaty or fluffy players or dropping all players with injuries. Some people just use it for anything negative that someone else is doing because it's seen as a bit of an insult to throw at someone. Oh, you're min-maxing. Oh, what, you mean I'm managing my team successfully to make it as effective as it can be? How awful of me.
But the Amazon, like 780 Amazon team value start is a bit filthy.
That is a bit filthy. So at its extreme end, we all point the finger and go, that's min-max and that's filthy. At the other end of it, it's someone who just doesn't like you is calling you that because.
But I'm fine with it.
They'd have picked diving catch on all of their players and Hail Mary pass on every thrower and other skills that just most people don't take.
But the thing is, I'm fine with doing it because in CCL you have people in the other end that getting up in team value and prey on people being down in team value to them all the time.
I've never seen it as an insult.
No, that's the thing. It's like
I said, okay, you're telling me I'm good at coaching my team. Isn't that part of the game? To make my team effective. However, there are some builds that I think are just slightly abusive of how the system works. On Fumbbl, we have famously a Chaos Pact team that hangs around at about 1,200 team value, despite having well over 1,000 games played. It has no rerolls, but it has a leader, and it has a skilled claw pom player. Although Pom isn't there on Fumbbl anymore, so it's a claw mighty blow player.
He's still really good at that team value.
Still very good at that team value. No, I've never argued that isn't a very effective method for getting wins. My issue with it was always that the coach was also fairly unpleasant as an experience to some newer players.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
And that's where ruthlessly playing the game effectively and, loving the game and the hobby can sometimes come into conflict.
Yeah. But back to this 7 versus 7, or how many we are down to. 1, 3, 4,
absolutely.
5, 6, 7.
I still can't call it. I mean, it just looked like the Underworld were about to win, and now
I think most of us have played. Are you chain pushing? Or are you... Oh, that's not even a... We need to do some more stuff there, CJ.
He's got a lot of time to secure the ball, but you just can't believe the material is going to hang around long enough.
That troll has been amazing.
The troll has been fantastic. It's really dominated 4 Tomb Guardians, which is an exceptional job. It's definitely my MVP for the game. I think it's only stupided once that I can recall.
Yeah, it's stupid once, maybe twice. I can remember one as another.
And just again, when you think things are swinging back a little bit the Khemri way, we get the stun followed by the takeout.
Yeah, now it just
without regen, because that's a KO.
Yeah, that's even worse right now.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Yeah, he needs to get away from that Tomb Guardian so he doesn't get served. Cannot afford that. You're surely dodging that 2-head out. So the break tackle cannot just get into that, yeah. Screening the 2 guard.
Screening that other Tomb Guardian away from the ball area. Yeah, that's a lovely place. I wouldn't have moved it one step more.
No,
although, I don't know, because I've got a reroll and 2 heads. Are you going to go for the pickup? Yes, I think he's going for the pickup. He's got it. Not on the first one. Doesn't use the reroll.
Okay. Oh, that ball, that's probably... Oh, I think we got a skeleton racing for the ball now.
Yep, that's a throw and a half.
That's... That looks like
again, even if the Khemri secure the ball now, it's a long, long way for them to go.
Yeah.
With goblins around.
But the Dirty Player skill can get there if he gets a bit of help from the Tomb Guardian.
Yes.
It seems like the easiest alternative. Yeah, that seems like the easiest way to do it.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. Yeah, I think the Dirty Player coming back for it, but I mean, also you've got nothing to pick up and even chance throwing it into the middle of the field anymore, so not within range. There is the throw rar, but of course he's miles away. Yeah, that's the plan we're seeing.
Yeah, it seems. I'm in a good. Ooh,
and another rat gone. Well, these Underworld are falling apart like only an AV7 team really can. It's now becoming so vital they secure this ball. But of course that troll's loose and there's a lot of Underworld in the backfield. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, that's problem is that guarded. It's Angel Boy is a bit of an issue right now.
We are 6 versus 7, I think.
1, 2. So 1, 2, 3,
yep.
4, 5, 6. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think you're right. Oh no, Bud Spencer. Oh, Bud Spencer.
It's his last reroll. He's got to use it, surely, doesn't he? If not, I think that ball's gone.
He's going for it. And he gets it. Oh,
So he does the go for it and gets the 4+.
Ooh la la.
Wow.
Now it's all down to Angel Boy.
Yet another level of drama.
Are you passing this away?
3, 4.
You cannot
punted up
move
the field. It's an option, isn't it? It's got to be an option, because if not, there's a goblin and a rat with guard and the troll all within reasonable range.
Oh, you can also just dodge. Oh la la.
Oh, loving that 4+. Why not? He's just got away with one. Why not get away with another? Tagging the goblin's useful, but I think I'd have pushed on and tagged the guard. Because I think the goblin can still get there. Yeah. The troll goes and keeps the Tomb Guardians honest.
And
now he's going to have to do surely the goblin in for assist before the guard hits.
Yeah, he needs to move the other first.
Yeah. Other safe moves first.
In this case, this.
Tag up that throw rar.
Tag up.
Get 2 heads off the edge. Tagging up the other one.
The break tackle, one of those
now
two.
we're surely just going to see one of. I would stand the rat up, not stand the goblin up. And then the goblin can dodge off if the hit works.
Oh, the other way around, probably. I
think it's going the other way around. Okay.
So you can get the tackle. Oh, he's going for the 1
dice. Tackle mobile. Oh, wow.
It gets it, of course. Okay, it's a 4+. It's not terrible.
Yeah, it's a 50% hit, but I'd still have taken that goblin in after he'd tanked it up already.
But it's a 50% hit, and it's only a 1 fail. Because if you push him, he just put a guy more, then he's dodging out.
Yes, he 4+ twice last term without worrying about it.
And
then he's dodging the goblin anyway. Okay, well.
Here for the pickup, that was the whole thing. You can pick up this way.
Look, I do understand why. As you say, it was only a 1 in 6 of it going horribly wrong, and he did have a re-roll if it did. So 50% of getting the pool player down, and a push wasn't the end of the world. And if the goblin dodge failed, then you lose the game.
Potentially.
But with 2 die, you just.
Yeah.
I mean, even now he can stand back up and he gets the same 4+ to free that ball up and have another go at picking it up.
Yeah. I'm saying. I can see what the idea was, because the pickup the other way will be almost the game ending as well if the goblin could dodge and pick up.
Yeah. And as I say, my way, if the goblin had failed its 1 in 9 fail for the dodge, that was game over too, because the Khemri just presumably just runs forwards. And then the Tomb Guardians take out the troll and you've got a reasonable amount of safety. But as it is, still very much game on.
Oh, he's not. He's just going to put pieces on the ball.
Yeah, he's just going to put some tackle zones on it. Interesting.
No,
I think he's going for the 0-0.
He's going for the pickup as well.
Oh, okay. A 5+ with sure hands.
Yeah, there's no reason not to.
We'll accept it bouncing to a horrific position, but it's probably a risk worth taking.
It's not much more horrific than... No, he's not...
He can't get there though, can he? No, he's going to have to do another tackle zone.
No, because he didn't knock him down, so... Yeah.
No, he didn't knock him down, so there's no route.
Oh, chill so much. Oh, and break tackle comes around.
There we go.
When the two go for it, of course. It's all tense. Are you dodging? I think you are. I think you're dodging the throw out.
The first thing I'm doing is regretting all of my life decisions last turn. Then surely, well, I mean, you've got that lovely guard, so I'd knock something onto the ball.
Yeah, if you mark, yeah.
I'd mark up the ball. Okay, now. Ooh. I'd still be trying to use that guard and knock it. I'm not sure why that goblin's gone there. I'm interested to see what happens. Oh, to give him a 1 dice.
And
I didn't love that.
No, that's, I guess with block. I think the idea was 1 dicing there, and then dodging out for the blitz on the other one so you could pick up it clean and go for the score.
Okay. Okay,
2,
yeah.
3,
that makes
4,
a little more
5,
sense
6, 7, 8, 9, which could have picked it up and scored. I can see that, and it
he only needed a
block.
push, and then he would have done the dodge and blitz. I see. Okay, well, only needing a push, that's more reasonable, but...
At least that makes sense.
Now the thrower presumably blitzes the goblin off and runs away with the ball if it gets it.
Yeah, it might...
And then the dirty player slams in a quick...
No, he's blitzing free. Yeah, okay.
Okay.
That throw is a need for speed.
Yes, that gives him 1 more turn of moving with the ball. Interesting place to push the goblin. Is he not planning on heading up the pitch?
Oh! Oh la la!
Wow, okay. Not lucky again. And 1 in 9s are really killing him.
So what do you have here, Underworld? I guess you surely played... You're putting those 2 players up before you do anything, right?
It doesn't seem so. I mean, surely the guard's got to stand. And then I don't hate a 1 die pushing onto the ball. Just see where it goes.
Yeah, he's going 2 dice with the blitz into the ball, and then he can run around and pick it up.
Yeah.
If it scatters the right way.
Yeah, it never has so far.
It still hasn't.
No, it still hasn't.
But I really don't like not putting the guard up.
No. I guess it was maybe to move it afterwards.
Oh, but
he didn't need it for the plan, so...
Oh,
and you could argue it meant things could bounce over it rather than it catching something.
Yeah, but I still don't like it. Because now he needs to... If he picks it up, now he needs to go for the 4+ pick-up with rerolls, surely.
Well, it's this turn or next turn, so surely you're right.
And gets it.
And if he fails it, of course, the guard won't be up. He can't dodge out as well, can he? He does!
He needs to. He cannot stand there. Now guard surely
Now the guard surely just needs to stand up and tie up at least something there. Although, arguably, it doesn't tie up anything more, because the Tomb Guardian will hit it rather than
the
dirty
player can come from
the goblin.
It's the break tackle anyway over on the other side, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, well, they both are, aren't they? He's sandwiched between the 2 break tackle, Khemri.
Okay, that takes 1 break tackle.
Yep, out of it.
Yeah, no pun, there's no reason. But that's... Oh.
Oh. Okay, now that is definitely a better position to be in.
Yeah, but that's...
He still gets a 2-die on the ball easily, but I mean, I say easily. 1 in 9s have been happening a lot this game.
Yeah, that's...
more than 1 in 9 times, I would suggest. Now, there's actually nothing useful to hit that player with. So, as it has block and the ball, it's going to have to be something blockless. It seems impossible to get 3 dice and easy to get 2. So, he may as well just make it happen.
But he needs to block without block first.
Yes, presumably. I mean, here I would go with the Tomb Guardian and clear the guard off.
Yeah.
That's suboptimal. A power would have really helped there.
But it's still thrower in for the blitz, and he can move the guy down.
Thrower, yeah, and then
you
the dirty player goes somewhere afterwards to try and make it a bit more secure. The problem with assisting like that with the one that was downed, I don't know why he stood him up, is it's also cancelled a route through. No, knockdown.
But are you taking the both down to make it it's still probably coming down to make it 3+.
Yeah, but there's so many goblins around that can get places and be helpful here. This turn is all going to be about goblin play, I feel.
It happens. I play so much Blood Bowl, so of course you get frustrated and annoyed. You just need to remember, like the hard part is you need to if you can say back and what you did was the right thing you did, then it doesn't really matter if you failed or not. It's just what it is. People can do all the wrong thing and still score. I
feel the same way about it as I feel about when I play pool. The question to me isn't do I win or do I lose, it's have I played to the best of my ability. So I don't get salty at dice because I can't control dice. I sometimes get grumpy if I look back and go, oh, why did I do all of that idiotic moves? So that's the thing to learn from.
Oh la la, so what do we have? Pillows.
Yes, definitely punch a pillow, not anyone you live with. And then just remember it's a game. Yes, we play games because we like to win and all that sort of stuff, but also I just play games to feel things. And if what I'm feeling is frustration, then at least it's had an impact on me, and next time when I do something and it works, it'll feel even better.
No, that's,
so you have to take the Zen view. I also feel you have to be a lover of hubris, because if it isn't funny to you when you've got a beautiful turn, it's all laid out, you're going to win, it just needs that 2+ to start it all off, and everything else is going to be brilliant. And of course, it's 1 reroll 1. Now, if you don't find that funny, this is probably not the game for you.
This setup was really funny because if CJ had reroll, he hit straight out, dodge 3+ out, and hit for 2 dice that could chain boost the whole thing free. There where the goblin is standing now.
Yeah.
That had just been opening everything up.
But he was trying to not use anything.
Yeah, I mean, couldn't dodge, so now it's still fine. So he needed to do that instead.
Now it's a 2-die followed by a blitz 2-die. It was nicely worked out. Not needing a single dodge, just two dice.
Yep. So 1, 2, 3,
needs a push on this one.
6. And he runs it in.
And just in without a go for it. Well. You don't get what you deserve in Blood Bowl. You get what you wrest from the dice. And Underwhelmed have certainly done that. Now, I'm kind of hopeful for a riot. I would love to see these very few Blood Bowl players go to overtime. That would be amusing to me. But even with a riot, Khemri 2 turning is tricky. He said, using a mild word where a much stronger one would do.
So he's setting up. How many is this? What? setting up 7 versus 8.
I wouldn't call it a clusterfuck squirrel, dude. I would call it an omni-shambles.
That's interesting. That's for sure. And Pete stays out. Sloppy Pete.
Yeah.
That's one of the fast-moving pieces. It's bad even for Riot.
Yeah, it's all bad. At this point, he's got no rerolls. Limited number 8 players. I mean, Riot is surely his only hope, but even that, you'd want Riot and Touchback to really think you've got a shot here. And whilst I give touchbacks roughly 1 in 3 kickoffs, I never seem to receive them. So I've started kicking for the middle when I've got kick. I'm so certain that the random number generator hates me. Okay, so he's set for Riot, which is all you can do.
Oh, no reroll.
Yes, ideally I want a Riot and a reroll
and a touchback.
It's not too much to ask, even if it's completely impossible. Get the ref. No, we are done here. But what a cracking game of Blood Bowl. Those two completely conflicting styles, basically summating to no one managed to do anything particularly effective. And the entire game was played in roughly the same 8 squares in the backfield of the Khemri team.
Yeah, whole first half.
And the majority of the second. So it's always worth just having a quick look at, there are 6, count them, 6 permanent injuries on the Underworld team, but they're still pulling out the win.
Yeah, no worries, like this was fun.
This was a cracking game of Blood Bowl.
And then it's like we talked about before games, that when them being like you said, we said conflicting, but with the Underworld having enough weird stuff that could potentially give a lot of problems to Khemri.
Absolutely.
And
absolutely. I mean, the 2 heads we saw come into use a couple of times. That's a nice skill to have. And the Claw Troll has been unreasonably good, I think, throughout the game. It's still my call for MVP, despite not doing much near the ball. It just dominated those Tomb Guardians in the first half. And he's putting the foul in anyway, because why not?
Yeah, why not? And a pass. Just to show off. Just show, see coach, if we had to turn more, we could easily have done it.
Oh, thank you, Flicky Flack and Sick as Eggs.
See,
I think
he's just showing
me
off.
and Big Core make a nice team. Core knows what he's talking about, and I talk nonsense. And between that, something hopefully mildly entertaining.
It does not lean, Garrett. You can never get to less than 1. So getting -1 on a 81 player is perfect. It's the ideal injury. Serious injury is getting you down to 1.
It disappears. I mean, the only thing you're worried about there in a league is that it's still a miss next game.
Yeah. 11
but it doesn't actually hit your stats. It does mean, depending on the format, that if you get a plus agility, you obviously shouldn't take it.
Yeah.
But then if you were going to take plus agility on a Tomb Guardian anyway, then you're an idiot. Same with a troll. They don't need more agility. If you want to get better at throwing things, it doesn't help. And that's the only reason people have ever taken it. And then you go, no, it doesn't help. And they feel stupid.
That's it did feel like I was a bit low on both downs in this game, pushes in this game, which is correct. There was quite a lot of everything in both ends.
Okay.
Compared to
Again, I don't know the client well enough to have gone through all of these stuff regularly.
No.
I would have liked to see it both down from the troll like once.
No. The troll was the MVP of this game.
When it was busy just completely kicking your ass every turn. You didn't find that fun?
We quite enjoyed it.
My first 3 turns were pretty rough.
Yeah.
And I actually recovered pretty well, and then that snake.
Yeah, you had
left my ball carrier all open, but then luckily I could hold the draw with the Tomb Guardian catching it. And then I thought, yeah, maybe second half something possible with the star out. But yeah, then he started also removing my players, and then it was very difficult with Khemri if you're, under. But I think if
anyone
if
listening
I get the ball
hasn't
loose
twigged,
there and
obviously
make
it's
it
Strider that's
overtime, I might in overtime